What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XLM to BTC, as well as the current coin market cap and an article posted by, I believe it is Forbes. This US congressman thinks Bitcoin will have enormous value and utility over the long term. Something very interesting that I'd like to discuss with you. Congress, government, interested in Bitcoin, crypto, kind of sounds fishy. I thought I'd share that with you guys, as well as discussing the current coin market cap and the current chartings. As you guys know, we are starting to see the end or coming to the end of the massive Litecoin fractal that is starting to have maybe a couple more days before we see some promising news, potential breakouts to the upside, things of that nature. As we know, also Bitcoin is consolidating after a small decline in price. Nothing too bad, nothing to be too worried about. We want to consider in today's video discussing where we could potentially be seeing the remainder of Bitcoin moving, as well as some very interesting analysis on where my prediction for Ethereum is about to go, as well as Stellar Lumens, which is going to be huge. Otherwise, and lastly, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. We make videos like this every single day. And remember, if you want to enter the $25 Bitcoin giveaway, make sure to comment down below. We do these giveaways every single Friday. So the way to enter them is by commenting down below. Leave any comment you want, and I will be randomly choosing it like we're about to do today. As you guys know, today is Friday, which means we are doing our $25 giveaway. This is a way for me to give back to you guys in the Bitcoin and crypto community. So as you guys know, I told you guys yesterday that this video we were going to be choosing, this video we're going to be choosing a random comment, and that person is going to be getting a free $25 of Bitcoin. So that's what we're here to do. Obviously, I'm going to just copy the YouTube URL. We're going to enter that right here. All right, so I just had to change that real quick. So we're going to be entering the YouTube URL. We're filtering duplicate users as well as filtering, or that's it, yeah. So basically what this does is if you commented 500 times, you still have one chance to enter it. So as simple as me clicking this, we'll get the YouTube comments. We have 30 unique commenters who are going to be entered for a chance to win a $25 Bitcoin giveaway. So right now we're going to see who this is. Once that person is up, all I ask for you guys to do, or all I ask for you to do, is comment. There you go. Tom Gorisco, comment your Litecoin, comment your Bitcoin address down below, and I will send you $25 of free Bitcoin. Like I said, if you guys want to take advantage of this and enter into it too, all you have to do is leave a comment down below. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. So guys, we are on the Bitcoin charts, and we have a bunch of chartings to do and discuss with you guys. Just really quick, you guys do know that the current coin market cap is up. You know, every coin is practically up, trading up. Everything's green, everything's bullish. Some pretty interesting news is I'm actually invested in Ethereum right now, and I want to give my reasoning really quick. So this is something you guys can profit off of. I just put $1,000 into Ethereum this morning because I started to notice that we're starting to see an uptrend and an incline in price. Now, from those of you who aren't aware, we have pretty much been tracking this weird yellow channel that has been trading with a major support and a major resistance within Ethereum. Now, also take into consideration that we're fairly low on the RSI, trading at around 34, and understand that because we just bottomed off right here, there's a good chance we're going to see a play and spring to the upside, potentially either retesting the $200 resistance that we have or the high-low middle moving average. So it's as simple as taking our price range and scaling this up to show you guys that there's a chance for me to make 23% on each coin. Now, if we do some calculations, and I bought around 160, or let's say that's 200, so that's about 5 times the $37. That's 5 times 40. That's about a $200 gain just by doing some quick math here per $1,000 that I invested. So that is still a fairly big profit for me, just putting $1,000 in. Now, if you think you put $5,000 in, you would have made $1,000 profit and things of that nature. But for those of you who are interested in investing, this play right here is big, and I do think we are going to start heading up. Now, I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing that we did just bottom off. We had many hours and days of consolidation and retracement downwards, starting off at 193, falling all the way down to as low as 153, and then wicking back up, which to me indicates that this is a very strong support. And now we're starting to climb back upwards. So within the next couple of days, I do think that we'll have some promising results and some promising uptrends as we climb this higher. So do be mindful of this, and I do think we're going to start to climb up here. That's why I put $1,000 into Ethereum. Now, for those of you interested in Bitcoin and Litecoin, you can start to see the same things happening within the other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is also starting to head up. That's something to notice as well. Bitcoin is starting to climb back up, and this is huge, guys, for what we were discussing. So I said in the past couple of videos that with this uptrend right here, this was acting as our, last resort support, indicating a symmetrical triangle. But understood, we did have major supports and resistances here. Now notice back in, I believe this was May of 2019 into June of 2019, about a month of sideways consolidation, we pretty much indicated that this is a major support right here, as well as this being a major resistance. So notice how we were using this as a support until we broke through, unfortunately. Now, because we now are trending back up into it, and we're hopefully going to close today's candle, this is the 4-hour, today's candle inside of this purple line. This to me indicates that we are here to stay, and that this does indicate that this is a very strong support that we are going to potentially play out and continue climbing. This inevitably shortens the breakout point for where we could see Bitcoin breaking out to. It was the end of December. Now it's the beginning of December. That shaved 30 days off the price prediction right there. So you can see, being that this purple line is a support and we're above it right now, if we can continue to hold this, we should indicate slight moves to the downside. Now, another weird thing that I'm noticing is if we extended this like this, notice what I'm seeing right now. This is very peculiar. This is almost like a smaller descending fractal that we never even noticed. Something along this lines could be, a big play right here. So for those of you who were confused before, I'm a little more confused, because we were considering this to be the small fractal until we broke bullish from it and then fell back down to the endpoint of this fractal, and we're kind of retesting this right now. If things do trade sideways on the 4-hour, we should consolidate out of this or inevitably break bullish, retesting our resistance of $8,000, which I do think is still in play. We are also seeing that bullish divergence happening over the MACD right here. You can see the blue band is crossing over the orange, indicating a bullish movement into the upside. So we may get lucky and see today's candle close on Bitcoin above this purple line right here. So if we can close above here, we're going to probably consolidate up, trade in here, or we could see the major move, the major bullish thing, which is shoot all the way up to around $8,700, retesting the high-low MMA as well as the downtrend, and then probably immediately retrace off of that, but inevitably consolidating out in the downtrend, and then we could see that huge pop right there. Now moving on to Litecoin, and then we'll discuss the article on Forbes. As you guys can see, the Litecoin bearish fractal is still forming and taking its hold and grasp over the downtrend, which is unfortunate, but you'll notice we did just consolidate out. So this is a pretty big point of, resistance right here. Not only did we consolidate out for literally a month, September all the way to the end of October, you can see we're now trending sideways, and we are once again retesting this. Now, if this rejects off of here, we're probably going to fall to a level as low as $47 and then retest it again. But usually seeing bearish fractals like this, it usually has something to do similar to Bitcoin. As you can see, these fractals tend to break bullish. That's what we're expecting to see within a longer-term Bitcoin downtrend. This downwards fractal should inevitably break bullish, which could easily send us up to a high of $72 fairly quick, or send us into a major bull run. Now, the last thing I want to discuss with you guys in regards to XLM is this huge technical indicator right here. Now, I want to show you guys some very odd and peculiar things that are happening. Notice how right now on this chart, we're going all the way back to 2017, November 2017. Now notice it started in October and ends in November. If we look at today's date, this is the end of October, and we're moving into November. So notice how this is 2 or 3 years ago, this October into November. And notice right now, this is the beginning of October, or October into November. These are very similar time periods, but a 3-year difference. Notice we had a major spike in the price right here. Notice we have a big spike in the price here. Notice how we're hitting the high-low MMA. Notice how we're hitting the high-low MMA. We have an ascending triangle, which broke bullish, and we're in an ascending triangle, which could potentially break bullish. So there's a lot of, just because we're seeing correlation doesn't mean we're going to see causation or this is going to be the reason for a bull market, but it's something to consider. The fact that this was just before a major skyrocket and burst to the upside does give me reason to believe that this could easily break bullish and see a major pump to the upside. On the one condition that, if we look at the RSIs were fairly high up too. Notice how we were breaking out of the ascending triangle overbought or about to enter overbought before consolidating and heading even higher up. Notice how on these, the RSI is about to enter overbought and could head higher up. Now, the markets do seem to be a little bit slower, so because we broke majorly bullish back then, we may not see that exact thing happen, but we could, see some sort of sideways breakout upwards. We could move something like this, just a more long-term bullish break, but this is something huge. This is stellar to BTC on Bittrex, XLM to BTC. So that's something to consider. I know it's stupid that, you can't trade US Bittrex here, so that's unfortunate, but there are other exchanges that trade XLM. So consider that XLM to BTC. Even Coinbase Pro might, but this could, indicate a major bull run very soon. And I don't want to be too perma bullish, but that is still a massive thing to pay attention to. If you guys know anything about XLM, obviously make sure to comment that down below. And lastly, to wrap up today's video, this U.S. congressman thinks Bitcoin will have an enormous value and utility over the long term. So as we know, the past couple of weeks, multiple members of Congress have felt the need to share their thoughts on Bitcoin and Facebook's Libra project. More so the Libra project that I've heard. Democratic Representative Brad Sherman from California explains why he thinks the cryptos like Bitcoin are a threat to the U.S. dollar. It's true, it is a threat. During the congressional hearing about Libra on Wednesday, and Republican Representative Warren Davidson from Ohio said Facebook should drop their Libra plans and adopt Bitcoin instead. It makes sense because it's a privately centralized cryptocurrency. It gives them a lot of power, but it also, deters people from using it. People probably will. Libra is not a crypto, but Bitcoin is an important project, so that makes sense. I think Libra has opened a lot of new people's eyes about the value of crypto. Libra is not a cryptocurrency, however, and we need to stop lumping it together with very real, very important projects are out there like Bitcoin. So yeah, I think Facebook and others are trying to promote Libra like a cryptocurrency, but it's not a crypto because it's a centralized project, and just because it's on the blockchain doesn't mean it is a crypto. So that's something to consider. The congressman also noted that Bitcoin is still in very early days when compared to other inventions throughout human history, so it's unclear exactly how the crypto will be used as it evolves over time. In 20 years, what Bitcoin looks like, I don't have the capacity to predict. Should the government develop a digital dollar? That's huge. A digital dollar would be a reasonable next step for the Federal Reserve to take in the face of the increasing prevalence of digital payment systems around the world. In his view, the U.S. government needs to have a much more competitive mindset when it comes to various aspects of the government. Very true. We're looking into whether or not the Federal Reserve has the capacity currently to even issue a digital currency. McHenry added that he would support legislation to give Federal Reserve the authority to issue a digital dollar. This is all very crazy and very interesting and very big. When you think about this, just opening up, a digital currency to the Federal Reserve does immediately, spark the mindset of hackers to potentially try to hack in, duplicate, or create more. So that is a huge other ballpark to create such a digital coin that could be replicated, and it'll be very hard to, stop counterfeits and counterfeiters from making it. So that's going to be a huge step if they manage to do it. That's awesome. But similar to Bitcoin, maybe they have to use a blockchain technology too, or something where the people are in control or the government. It's so confusing. I'd love to know where they go from that, but I do think the future is in a digital currency. Otherwise, that does wrap up today's episode. Like I said, guys, we're doing giveaways like we just did today every Friday for $25 of free Bitcoin. All you have to do to enter is comment down below. That's it. And then I will be drawing the next winner next Friday. Lastly, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any future giveaways and videos. And I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.